Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Unscripted and Unchained RPG Review. I am DM Bloodworth, and as you can see by the graphics, tonight is going to be a box opening of Never Going Home by Wet Ink Games. And I already started opening up the box, but just switch views real quick here. So it's a fairly nice sized box, pretty hefty actually. And like I said, I started opening it up already, but we will switch so you can start seeing the contents. So here we go here, and I may have to adjust the camera a few times here. So looking inside, I should have Occult dice, the Rot dice, the Book of Whispers sourcebook, character folio notebook, a GM screen, the Journey cards, Never Going Home softcover, the Once More Into the Breach mission book, the Tomb of Corrupted Beasts, and that's pretty much it. This is the softcover deluxe edition that I picked up on the Kickstarter. So here's the deck of cards, and I'll open this up in a few minutes. Here is the journal. Actually, let me just take all the contents out of the box. That way I can actually go through these, and we'll do them in the order. So I will, without cutting myself or cutting the box, try to open up these cards here. So let's give you a quick look, if I can. My gosh, these are jammed in there good. There we go. All right, let's take a look at the cards. So here's the deck of cards. I don't know anything about the game system yet, so I am really opening this up for the first time, as you can see. And so here's the back. So there's the Joker. Let's turn this guy around. That's really cool if you take a good look at that. Decent cardstock, but we'll see. We'll see how long it takes for them to start folding. So it's looks like a basic set of 52 cards. Let's take a look at the face cards here real quick. Let's see. So there is the Jack. There's the Queen. I think I have to turn her around, yeah. There's the Queen. That's the King. Let's see if they did something special with the Ace of Spades. Oh, there is the Ace of Spades and two Jokers, each one. So, standard deck of cards and some kind of rules with it. The +1 system, and so on. It'll take a little bit of reading to do. So I will set those aside. So here's the journal. It's got like almost like a rubberized feel to the cover. And the soldier record. Obviously you could start filling in some of this information. Little tick boxes for their brawn, dexterity, and speed. Their smarts, their memory, their learning, their wits, their guts, courage, endurance, and emotions. picture. And goes into training. So how much training do they have in each of these areas? And then the rest. So several lines of filling in additional training. Several more pages of fill in the blank. A second soldier record. A third. A fourth. And it looks like a fifth possibly. And a fifth. So enough for 5 different characters in here. Never going home. So really cool cover. I like it. It has that, it has the image of full leather, and then it feels like it. So that's pretty cool. So this is the Book of Whispers. Again, same kind of coating on the outside. So very interesting. I don't know how they actually do that. So whisper paths, constructs, fetishes, human sacrifice, corruption effects, adventures, hunger and darkness by Melanie Meadors. Dieter Zimmerman is McLaughlin's Nightmare. August Hahn, Rocket's Dread Glare. Stars of Green Flames by Alan Barr. This project was made possible by 786 people who pledged their support. Very cool. So I have some reading to do in here. And so here's the various adventures. Cool, looking forward to taking a look at that. The others speak words of power. They are corrupting our mind. They say you can do anything. You are starting to believe them. 3 magic paths, 9 constructs, 9 fetishes, the corruption pool, and 4 adventures. Cool. Tomb of Corrupted Beasts. So I'm assuming this is a monster manual. The +1 system is by Brandon Atten and Matthew Orr. The writers Irvin Jackson, Sarah Orr Atten, and Taylor White. Adventures by Michelle Lee, Taylor White, and Kevin Doc Wilson. Michelle Lee, Matthew Orr for additional writing. The art is by Charles Ferguson Avery, and the layout is by, I guess that is William Knoxgun. And we go through a whole bunch of stuff. Let's see some pictures. So this here is a cool looking guy. Barbed wire worms. Very cool stuff. This is really neat looking stuff. Blight worms. The Comfort Siren. I really like the art in this. That's the one thing that really got me, looking at it. It's kind of like a throwback to that show Wizards from God knows how long ago. 1970s, 80s. Very, very cool stuff. All right, so that's basically the monster manual. Never Going Home. Once More Into the Breach. Heavy, heavy, heavy book here. And so this is a number of adventures again by Eric Bloat from Bloat Games, Jody Brandt. Jody also has he also did a review of this. He opened his box up, I think 2 days ago. So that's actually how I knew this was up there. So his channel is Questwise. Eric Bloat for Bloat Games also has his own YouTube channel as well. So I recommend you take a look at that and take a look at some of his games. Table of contents. So this is another book of adventures. Quite a few of them, my gosh. Cool artwork. I really like the feel of these books. And this book here is heavy. Heavy duty stuff. So this is the rule book. All right, Never Going Home. And the +1 system. So skill rolls, playing the game. More awesome artwork. Weapon damage. Fist with a brawn of less than 3 to 0 damage. Ability will do +1 damage. Ability, I guess, level 2. So fists with brawn of greater than 7 will do 2 points of damage. Firearms must be in a... Oh, pistols do 2 points of damage. Rifles do 2 points of damage with a critical and an aim bonuses, I guess, or abilities. Pretty cool stuff. Stare them down, steal their dreams. Let's see. These might be elemental rituals, healing words, almost like a magic system. Definitely going to check that out. Very cool artwork. Go through the story of the war that's going on. So this is like the occult version of World War I. Like I said, I don't know very much about the game at all. So when I start reading through this, I'm going to be learning it for the first time and just really, really getting into doing all of this reading. But looks cool. Let's see, some cards. Postcards. All right, let's turn this guy so you can see it well. I mean, that's really cool. I like how they do that mirror image and it changes so it'll look different. It's like a pool of blood. Very, very cool. So this must be the Game Master's shield here. So we explain the +1 system and goes over here before you roll, after you roll, the cards. Aces are high, cards should be kept secret, maximum hand size is 7. It's going to be very interesting mechanics to read because it already seems like it's something that I'm not familiar with, which is a definite plus. Initiative order. Initiative will determine by the highest ranking card, ace high. Each player may show, not discard, a card for consideration. Corruption. Narrator corruption abilities, character growth. So let's see how this will prop up here. Let's see. Well, and so it's that image that I really liked is the back of this here. Very, very cool stuff. Let's take a look at the dice. So I don't know which set of dice is which, at least not yet. You can see there's a little skull, a split skull, a heart with a cross bones in it. These little, looks like an S type of thing. So, and then these, the pips on these are flies, and then the 6, I'm assuming, is this skull here. So really, really impressive. So I am going to put those inside there. So there we have it. I mean, it looks like this is going to be a pretty cool game to check out. Certainly it's going to be a great read. And I'll not fiddle with these cards on camera while I'm recording. But anyway, so there you have it. Never Going Home by White Ink Games. And we'll switch here. So, once again, thanks for joining in. I'm, always happy to open up these new games, especially games that I've picked up off the Kickstarters, and I always find that on Kickstarters that I've backed, I've never been disappointed, and so I've been lucky, knock on wood, for that. And the quality of these books and just the feel, the texture of them is amazing. That's something that I wasn't expecting, and so that's really cool. So once again, look this up. If White Ink Games, you can find them online. And this set that I got came with the PDF, so I'll certainly be able to open up those PDFs. That's usually what I use. These go on the shelf, and I use the PDFs when I'm actually playing games. That way, you don't have to worry about damaging anything. I print them out, and if I have to write on them, I write on them. But once again, thanks for joining. If you liked the video, please hit like. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. Leave your comments. If you have a comment about the game, or if you have comments about anything else that you'd like for me to do on the channel. If you have your own Kickstarter, as you can see, when I back a Kickstarter, I will always give it a good preview on the channel so that you get a chance to see it as well. And you can pick this up on drive-through if you want the PDFs, and possibly even if you want the soft covers. I don't know how it's set up on drive-through yet, but you can click on the drive-through link in the description and you can go directly there. And once again, thanks for joining. I hope to see you on the gaming screen sometime soon, and enjoy the rest of your week. Have a good night.